Hey, it's Kevin DeWitt here and welcome to the pasthisprime YouTube channel. If you're new to this channel and you're interested in relaxed, casual gaming for an older generation, then please subscribe to my channel. Like the video and click the notification bell to be notified of all my future videos. All right, welcome back to Planet Zoo. In this video, we're back in my floating franchise setup here. And I think since the last video, I just did a few tweaks here and there. I was debating about the supports on the paths and the monorails and everything else. And we obviously had some monorails that were going through some things as well. I've actually adjusted the monorail loops so they don't go through them anymore. They don't go through this building here. So it seems a little bit more realistic and a little bit more safe. I mean, when I say realistic to what I can do. What I actually decided to do, because I tried without some supports and it looked just a little bit too ridiculous. So what I actually did was I thinned them out. And the way I did was just basically by, well, I did it on the paths as well. So if I go to my paths, I just turned off the path supports and then I clicked on certain parts of the paths and got the supports sort of removed and moved to specific spots. So before it had put supports like, you know, there. There were so many supports. So whether it's structurally sound or not, that's one other thing. But here I've now got it down to, you know, there's a support at the end here and a support at the end here, and that's it. And then I did the same thing with the monorail. So I did that on the staff paths, I did that on the customer paths, and I did it on the monorail as well, where I removed a lot of the support. So it still looks slightly realistic. Not just like some totally barren floating thing, but it opens it up a bit. It was way too cluttered with all the supports. There was so many supports, it was ridiculous. Now there's still a lot of supports on these rails and stuff like that, but eventually what I'd like to do is build some sort of frame so it looks like an actual structure anyway. I just have to work out when I want to do that and how I want to do that. What I wanted to do in this video was set myself another new challenge for a sort of new island. And this is going to be probably a fairly big-ish island. And it may take a bit of work to get it right. So I'm planning on, I keep going backwards with this place, but I think what I should do is start to move back over and forward to fill in this spot here, and then we can then expand around like that if need be. And I think that's the better plan. And that, you know, the monorail track can keep moving, can keep adjusting, whatever we need to do. But I'm just thinking now I want to put something over here and start to work my way back in. So I sort of come up with these ideas one at a time, and I was trying to debate something where I wanted the I keep saying monorail. The gondola, I don't know why I keep saying monorail. The gondola to go through an island inside. And then I thought, well, okay, but it's going to have to be a big island. But I just don't want it going through. So I want to build an island that has a habitat on top, a gondola that goes through, and another world inside where the gondola's gone inside the island. So there's like, it's dual layered. And then I was trying to debate, okay, well, what would go inside? You could put anything in there. Ideally, what would have been good would have been some mysterious animals or something like that you know like to live in the dark, and you could have enclosed them in this dark area. But we just don't have anything. There's just nothing in the zoo to do that. So the only thing I came up with in my head for the inside part, I haven't made any decisions on the top habitat yet. That'll be done another time, was I thought I had two ideas. One was that it could be a shopping area, which I will do on an island somewhere. I think an island somewhere down the back, we will make a shopping area at some point. It could very well go on top of this island. I don't know yet. But that wasn't what I decided to go in there. I thought, well, what's the closest thing to sort of animals that live in the dark and that sort of thing? And I thought, well, exhibits. Let's put creepy spiders, snakes, whatever inside this dark area with exhibits. So that's my plan. But it's going to, I want the gondola to also go through it with an exit inside so that they can get out and look at all the exhibits, and then they can get back in the gondola and off they go again. And there'll also be a path to go up to the top habitat once that's built. Okay, so anyway, that's enough talking about it. Let's just get onto it and actually do it. Now, to do that, this is going to be tricky because what I'm thinking is that this needs to be an extremely... We need to make it really thick. And what I'm thinking is that we may actually make it too thick. Because it's going to be... I think it's going to be easier to take off from the top than it is to try and add back on. And we need to make it really wide as well. So let's see if we can sort of eyeball this up first. So let's drop it down first. See how low do we want to go. The thing is, the gondola's already up here, so I guess the trick is, do you get it to come down or do you go up? The problem with going up is you've got to get your keepers up. Now, I have another idea for that for the future as well, which I'm hoping will work, that might improve our staff situation with these habitats. But we won't go into that in this one either. So the tricky part is that these gondolas hang quite low. So if we don't allow enough on the bottom, what happens is we'll end up just, if it tunnels through, it'll just cut it wide open and there'll be nothing left. So I think what I'll do is I'll actually go like that deep, because we can, like I said, we can always remove. So if I go that deep, is that going to allow... How much do they hang? About that much. What would be really nice, I'll press play. If we could actually sort of see a gondola go past, that would give us an idea. Actually, what we need to do is we also need to cater for the platform, which I guess is lower again. We'll just see where this gondola looks like as it comes past. Just taking a while. Okay, so looking at it visually there's a fair bit of room on the bottom. Okay. We obviously need to go a lot higher because also the clearance on top needs to be a lot, you know, because that'll just take the top right off. But what I want to see is from the gondola's perspective with the platform. You know, you got to allow a little bit extra I think we've got enough. I think we've got enough there. So, all right. So if we say we want it there, all right. Now we'll fill around. Which way do we want to go? Well, we'll go a little bit this way as well. And do a bit of that. We need to make it pretty wide because I don't know how this is going to sort of come out. Got to make sure I keep grabbing the right control otherwise. See, if you grab the green one by accident, you stuff it all up. Alright, let's fill in some of this. Problem is sometimes you think you're making something really big, and then it turns out it's not as big as you thought it was. Because we want to make sure we've got plenty of room to put a fair bit of exhibits in, plus the gondola platform. And, yeah, just paths. Obviously paths. We need paths. People need to be walking around in there. Okay, it's a bit of a weird shape at the moment, but what can you do? It's just about piecing things together. Now, we can obviously reshape anyway. Not too fussed about that. Alright, let's fill in this middle bit. Attempt to, at least. Let's just see if we can see. Okay. Well, we got a couple of gaps there. Right, hopefully that's all the gaps. Now, like I said, we need this to be a lot taller. So I'm going to take it up, then bring it down a little bit. And now we do the same thing again. All right, we have a huge, massive block of land here. All floating in the air. Excellent. Now, the tricky part. Well, is it the tricky part? That's the unknown part. Is it tricky? We'll find out. Right, what we need to do is we need to edit this, but we can't edit it unless we turn it off. And what we need to do is redirect this path or part so we're going to take some of that away. I'm going to come over here And we're also going to take some of that away. Now, we need to work out how do we want this to go in and how does it work from this spot. So actually, we'll take it back one more. Now, so we're going level. Okay, so I'm just going to enter. Maybe we'll come out a bit. Then we'll straighten. Now we want to start turning. Now, question is that going to go in where we want it? Or do we want to take that back a bit? And then now we straighten up. Okay, we want to have a look at what it's doing. We want to go straight. Take it quite long. And we want to make sure that it is auto tunneling. Yes. Now this is where I don't... Okay, so this is the size of the tunnel. So we go there, that's the smallest tunnel it'll make. So the question is, do we want a small tunnel or a bigger tunnel? Now if we go too big... Now, we're going to do a lot of work ourselves anyway, so how about we just go with, let's go with 11. Right, so we've come through. All right, and what we need to do now is probably turn. I've got to see where we are. We need to go down. Again, this part of the track is a bit of make it up as you go. Yeah, that didn't quite work, did it? I think we need to come... I think we need to come down from there. No, we need to turn. Okay, that looks... Yes. Track limits exceeded. Why is that? Is that because it wants to go down? Alright, what if we shrink it? There we go. Okay, so what we do need to do is take track supports off. So I want to take track supports off that. That one can probably stay. That one's okay. We have too many over here again. So we just select a few. and turn off the track supports. That looks okay. Right, the tricky part is what we need to do is I want to get a platform inside here. So if I like click, let's say I click that one there, can it be placed directly next to? Yeah, I don't, how do you, so if I delete that, not sure which side the path will be on. Two, three, was that how many we did? I think we had 3. And then we go back to our track. And let's have a look. Okay, why did that not join? Okay. We'll get this, we'll get it. Okay, so that worked. We want a track support on that one. But I don't want it. So you can click different parts, and depending on where you click, see that selects both of those. But if I actually click here, it doesn't select that one, so I can remove that one. Okay. So in theory, if I did this right, inside here, we have gondola ride and a platform. Now we need to shape this, and that's the next step, because we want to obviously build exhibits in here and whatever else. So this is where it's going to get a little bit tricky, because we need to basically start to flatten out I would have thought it would take it from this platform, but that's interesting that it doesn't. It's like it's placed the platform and then it doesn't want to. Because I sort of want this flat here. I don't want it. I don't really want the platform looking like it's sitting in some weird thing. That's not working at all. I guess the question is can you edit, like, why does that shoot me out there? What I wanted to say, can you select the platform? If I select the platform, can I place it better? I don't think I can, actually. Doesn't seem to give you the option to move it. Alright, anyway, let's just, I guess, we'll just work with what we've got. Because it doesn't seem to want to allow me to put any land under there. Which I was hoping it would. But it doesn't want to. So I guess we'll take it from there. Right, so let's do a little bit at a time. I need to take this slowly and evenly. Alright, I'd like to keep the sides on here, but I need to see how far we can go. This looks like it might be a lot smaller than I thought. So that might be a bit annoying in itself, is that well, this might be not as big as I had thought I had made it. It's just going to be really annoying. So I guess I'll keep digging away at this, and again we will... damn it. We might speed this up a bit while I do this. All right, we've got most of our cave dug out here. To a point, I think it still needs a bit of work, a little bit of trimming here and there. But what we need to do is focus on actually laying things out before we trim any more to make sure it actually works. So just if you don't know, I mean, the daytime here is a little bit wrong at the moment. It's not working for me. I could play it and get the day to change, or time to change. But you've also got the L button. Turns on a little light. I wish it was a bit stronger. It's not very strong. It's more the haze that's causing a problem here. But anyway, so what I've done is clicked on here, and this is the station that's come up because it's unpowered for obvious reasons. We don't have any power. I mean, I probably should call it that. We'll call it exhibit. Okay, that's a bit weird. Turn the caps lock off. Don't know why that was on. And then we just did collect entrance path, which came up and did that. Now, I just need to work out how I want this actually laid out. And it may depend on how many exhibits we can get in here and that. So, and we've got our exit here as well. So I put one on each side, I don't know, it just seemed to make sense in my head in this area to have one on each side. Now, I guess what I'd like to have is at least have a row at the back. So if we go facilities, I guess we'll just go for a plain. I mean, we need to decorate this ourselves at some point. So it's about placing it and seeing what we can and can't do. So looking at this path, the thing that annoys me with the flatten tool is it always goes and puts grass. Oh, paint. Use selected. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, you're an idiot. Been doing this whole time and having to recolor all the time when all I needed to do was change that one setting. Okay, we sort of need to get a grid going so that I can, I guess, shape the walls and everything around our grid so that we can get our exhibits in. So we'll start with that. And what was I doing? Okay, we're going back with this. Okay, so I don't know how. Angle snap? How can you tell? I don't know which way the front is. We'll assume that's the front. I'm sort of wondering whether we can get 2 rows in. I'm just not sure at the moment, but I mean, and here's a big question is how many do you put in? Do you just do lots of them? Side by side? Do you put a break? Because, yeah, you got lots of... I didn't even know how many exhibits you can get. So I'm just trying to think this through because you could get a ton of exhibits over here, but then you could also, if you really wanted to, you could put shops in here, but not quite sure if we want shops. you could add all of these up to say there. I mean, I probably could get that one in if I fix up that area. Well, let's see. I'll just do that then, hey? Let's select. Once you lose the group, don't you? Select to group. Oh, okay, I've got the group again. Okay, so, you know, that's a lot of exhibits, and that's a lot of people standing there. Possibly. Let's see what happens with our path. So if we align the path to the grid, okay, can't quite go up there. Why can't I? Wait, let me select the grid. So none of these ended up on the grid. Let me have a look here. So if we were to do, say, this. No. Okay. Okay, let's just do that for the moment. What I want to see is if you do this, can you put an exhibit? No? Exit the group? Why is that? I was really hoping that they would fit in this gap. Is it that they're bigger than that? I mean, they can't even go on the path. Oh, hang on. Let's just get this one out of the way. I just need a bit of room. Yeah, the problem is it because it's in a group? Or you just literally cannot put it there? You can put it there. if you get it in the right spot, it does allow it to go there. You just have to exit the group. Not exactly sure how this is going to work, but we will keep trying. Not exactly sure what it's actually connecting to. I'm more wondering. I'm just wondering whether we remove them all, because it's got this group which is annoying me. I'm going to get rid of the group. I'm going to start again. Now, what I'm also thinking of doing, so let's go back to our path. Let's align to grid. Or, actually, do we alternate? That's a good question. Would it look better alternated or in the same pattern? Probably the same pattern, to be honest. I thought I deleted all these. How did you get back there? Okay. So we've got that. Now, let's see what happens this time if I actually get it in place. Now, what's the best way to get this in place? So this is where okay, that worked a lot better. Yes, I like that. Okay. That's good. I like it. Now, the theory is we could do the same on the other side. Question is that too many exhibits? Or do we just do it? I'm thinking we just do it. I don't see any reason why not. We could end up with lots of bunches of crowds and stuff here, but you know, that's just the way it is. So we basically go down one level and then we start our path. So if we look at this, so let's get out of that. Okay, if we go here, we connect our path. So basically it goes there, and then we start. Now, I want to do something slightly different with this because this is an entrance, so we need to have a bit of a queue. But I guess as long as we know where we're starting, that's the main thing. Okay, so this is, oops. Okay, that's going to dig a nice hole in there, which we don't want. Okay, so how can we do it that makes it look similar to there, but not exactly the same? Alright, what if we move over to our normal path now? And what it would be here. But we're not going to connect it. So, can we... No, we can't have square edges. I haven't done anything. Why are you whinging? I can't put it there? Okay, well that's... Oops, we are outside. I didn't want to be outside. Let me back in. Okay. Ah, this is where it gets nice and tricky. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to align to the grid there. Ah, I can't. Ah, I can do that. Okay, okay. Okay, that makes sense. All right. So I'm not sure really where we are in the scheme of things. Are we too close to the edge there? So here's the pole. Yeah, I think that's one too close, so we'll do that. Now we'll go across. Okay. So we'll make this a bit shorter, this one. So if we go across here. Okay, that looks good. All right, I like what we've done so far. I think that works. That works really well. We've actually got space at the back free. What the heck are we going to do with that? This path actually could have been wider. So I'm actually tempted to make it wider. Just to allow more people to be able to stand there. Can we align to grid? Oh, you can only... So you can't make it wider if you align to grid. That's a bit weird. I didn't realise that was the way. I guess we'll just make it straight. Damn. Yeah, I'm gonna undo that. It's not working. No, it's not 2. It must be 3 meters. Anyway, I'm gonna go back to align to grid. What? Why did it do that this time, but it didn't do it last time? I think that's a bit weird. Maybe we can fill it in from the other side. Okay. Just gonna pop outside for a minute. Want to fill in this hole. Get some terrain tools, make it a bit bigger. Try not to go inside. I think that's why there's gap on this side actually, because this is wider. Okay, anyway, that's beside the point. It's irrelevant. I'd like to do something with this little bit. Don't like the look of that. There we go. That looks better. Okay, just push that out a bit so it looks a little bit neater. Up the top. Doesn't look so crowded there. Alright, well this is coming together nicely so far. It's taking a long time, but it's coming together. Right, now here's the thing. If I select this group, will they work? Sure looks like it. Well, there you go. That works. I'm not sure if that's just too many things, though. I mean, or it could have been more spaced out. Who knows? It is what it is. It's a little cave. We've got stuff in here. People can walk through and have a look. You know, I mean, yeah, maybe there's too many. Like, what could we do? Let me just think. Is it going to be too many? I mean, you could, again, go back to what I said about alternating, but do you really want to? Or you go like that, then remove these front few so it's sort of people can step in here and have a look. Still have that one on the corner. Let me think about it a little bit, because I don't even know if you'd have that many animals. So, like, if you removed, say, that one, but then I'd want to fill in the path. Which is easy done. So you still keep that one. Or it's like I say, you alternate. So you have 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. It allows more people to move around the environment. Maybe what I could do is actually leave that and we could put something there. Maybe, yeah. Maybe, let's do that. So I'm going to remove... But we're not going to leave them empty. I think what we'll do is we'll fill them with something. Yeah, I think that's going to be better. It's a bit more realistic. Not realistic, but it's just... I think it'd be too much otherwise. You've got to try and get all of these animals and then care for them. Because then you could do something like... Let me have a look. What would be something good? So everything in here is sort of New World, so let's not change that. Just looking for anything that might just seem like something good to do. We definitely need to put some lights in here as well, which I want to do. They're little planters, but I don't think... They're so small. I thought they would be bigger than that, but... That's interesting, actually. Yeah, it doesn't really fit the shape, though. No. I thought we might have found something. Hang on, let's have a look at... Oh, I can't... Ah, to forget that. I thought I could have rotated it around the other way. That would have been handy. Why can you only rotate those? Why can't I flip them the other way? That's stupid. But you could definitely put something like that in there. Just looking to see if there's anything else more appropriate. Oh, what's that? Let me think about this. What if... Okay, that sort of works. It looks unusual. Now, if you put, say you get some mulch or something, is that the biggest piece? So you got a bit of mulch in there, and then I guess what you do is just look for something. I don't know. Just put some plants in or something like that. I don't know. What would be... something else. What have we got? Actually, you know what? No, that's not. I think you want something more creepy looking. Well, when I say creepy, I mean, you know, you got like cactus. It doesn't quite look right though. Just have a bit of a flick through, see if there's anything that stands out. You don't want anything too pretty. This is a dark area. We've got to remember that. It's a pity that you can't get some sort of mushroomy type thing. Yeah, something like these would work, I think. And you can have them all looking different, you know, whatever. So if I just type cactus, do we get them all up? Yeah, what was that other thing though? I like that other one. Ah, damn. Gotta find it again. It sort of looked like a cactus, but not quite. Where was it? Here it was. What was it? A pupa. Puer plant. So sort of have that in the middle. Yeah, that might be a bit much. I mean, you could do that. And then, which one looks better? Probably that one. Yeah, it's really all about trying to design something. Something that looks like it seems to work. Alright, if we can just find 2 more, we'll just do this as a placeholder. I don't want to go through this whole thing. That's a giant fern. I don't think that's going to work in there, is it? No, it's a bit too big. Yeah, I didn't really want to get too distracted with this, but yeah, this is what happens, unfortunately. When you start playing with this sort of stuff, you start to go a little bit crazy with things. What is... Oh, that's what I just put in before. It's too big. Too big, too big. Something small. No, too big. Jesus, all these are way too big. That's close, actually. That might work. Have a look. We can get in. That'll just fill up that spot nicely. Okay, so anyway, yeah, I'm not sure if it's perfect, but it does the job at the moment. Alright, well hopefully that was enjoyable. Please remember, if you like what you see here, subscribe to the channel, click the like button, click the notification bell to be notified of all my future videos. Go and check out some of my other videos here that are linked on the side. And I thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.